to get soggy, so both of them are frying in a cornmeal batter. So I take the structure of fried in the cayenne pepper. Cook your crabs. That is ready to come down. I got this broken. It's sour, sweet. I got my usual crab. I do a quick push of the avocado and the crabs cooked up with tomatoes, toasted almonds, and my salad. This is interesting. If I don't go on this one, I don't think they're gonna let me off the plane.
Let's see if we have anybody joining us. I sure as heck hope so.
I like the idea of having here. I think your mango salsa is fresh and delicious. I love the cilantro with it, and crab itself is cooked nicely. But this crab is not clean at all.
But there are a lot of good things going on here as well. The crab season and the salsa, very smart. But because the crab wasn't butchered, too much moisture builds up on the inside. Like, can you tell us what you made for us today? We did fried soft shell crab with avocado, puree, tomatoes, and toasted avocado. I think the ingredients chose accents, the crab flavor, beautiful tomato, toasted nuts. One big problem that I have with this dish is that it's raw.
My crab was undercooked as well, but I love the cucumber salad and the creamy avocado. It showed off the crab, but clearly both of these dishes had some flaws. I'm going to confer with my esteemed colleague, so we'll.
The problem is that they undercooked his and David did not clean it as well. So we need to come down to whose flavor is actually complementing the crab. And the chef is moving forward with an opportunity to meet Bobby Flay is. Chef Flay. It's a big French mastership and so John Brown is way out of my comfort zone. It's always stuff to do.
Yes.
You sweep this out. You're gonna have to really dig down deep if you're gonna take down the cake. I am here for my daughter. Step up my game. I'm ready to battle. Congratulations, and if you know what, good you, Charlotte. I'm curious. My signature dish is
Yeah, you can correct that.
in order to be fair, we already wrote it. You're one of the three experts. Wine, my digestion, my mouth. 45 minutes. And your time starts right now. One of my favorite foods.
Usually hard-boiled egg covered with salt and shredded fried. What's not to love? I mean, Bobby, have you really not made this dish before?
No, never. It's not a very New York City dish. You find Scotch eggs and how to bring style. Just serve like with a mustard dipping sauce. It sounds simple, but there's so many components to this dish. Lots of technique.
Bobby Witches, I don't know about that.
That's not good.
So, like, tell me about your eggs, man.
This one's got a little bit of southern twist on it.
Oh, all right.
So I get my eggs boiling with white wine vinegar, which makes the shell come off a lot easier because my version of Scotch egg, get a hard boiled egg, stuff on a bit of cheese, wrapped in a breakfast sausage, coated in breadcrumbs, deep fried. You're representing the Scotch body, I'm sure you're gonna take it in from it. Both the chefs were smart, got their eggs going right away. So I was in for Scotch egg, and I made the Scotch, so I probably go with Scotch.
Hello, Andrea.
Spanish inspired Scotch egg.
Hello. We're gonna give it a few. It's just now 1:30, and I really sincerely hope everybody gets on today.
Everything okay?
Doing okay, much as can be expected right now. You doing okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on campus because I have a meeting to go to at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we might be done by then if I can get some more folk on here.
Let me see.
Do you have a copy of y'all's draft PowerPoint yet?
I don't have a physical copy, but I know I put my part in. I don't have a draft of it so far.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Little cheese, that's it's stable and stout. It's got a nice kick with some hot sauce.
He's gonna take the hard boiled yolk out and then build them with pimento cheese. Very smart.
That's right.
But Bobby is going.
Okay, we'll give it a few more minutes.
He's actually in a little bit of a struggle here. Those eggs. It's not going well. I mean, you got into enough vinegar.
Oh, all right, you're taking a little break.
So why this prep cooks in a row? Bobby's really having a hard time. We almost a little bad for him. I feel like we're gonna have to give him a big hug at the end of this. All right.
If Bobby loses, I'll be happy to give you 10 hugs.
This just in. Bobby's like Blake, my friend, peel the eggs. Yes, eggs are peeled. Ah, fantastic. Maybe start filling these eggs with pimento cheese.
Well, it looked like maybe somebody else was joining us, but maybe not.
That's plenty. Probably the next peeled. So I took these some almonds. These will be burning. I burn these every single time.
I thought we weren't having class today.
Yeah, well, we weren't, but I'm waiting for a few others to get the last minute notice because I definitely need to talk to y'all.
Throw my sausage on the cutting board, and then I start pounding it out. So it's easier to roll it over onto the egg. What's your plan?
I'm gonna give it about
That's right.
2 more minutes, and if it's just the 2 of y'all who are on here, which you will need to open your video, I don't care what you look like, but I need to see video to count your attendance today. And if it's just you and Leah, well, then you'll get the benefit of some points, but I'm still going to talk to you.
Okay.
But Leah, I don't know if you heard, but I need to have video on. I don't care what you look like.
Dr. Savage, my camera isn't working, so is that like gonna be a problem?
No, what's your camera not working?
Ma'am?
So you having problems with your computer or something?
Yes, ma'am. My camera has been broken for like the past 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. All right. Looks like some folks are getting the message, also thinking as Leah was that we're not having a class. That was the plan. We've had a change of events. So if you can reach out to anybody, you might want to tell them that it would be to their advantage to get on today. I got 2 minutes, actually a minute and a half, I guess. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 5 of you. There's Ty.
Start working on my aioli. I added garlic, ginger, egg yolks, some lemon juice, and some olive oil. That's gonna be my sauce.
Okay, 1 more minute. That'll be 1:37 on my computer. I started counting for the 2 minutes at 1:35.
For my eggs, nice and golden brown. I just hope the egg yolk didn't overcook. That's cool.
Be sure you sign in and be sure your camera is on. If I'm waiting for that 1 minute to finish passing, if you don't have your video on, you will not get credit for today, and you very much want credit for today. All right. I see you, Shania, Miss Lewis. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but this is necessary.
When did I say it was inconvenient?
What?
When did I say it was inconvenient?
You didn't, dear. I'm just saying you're driving, I can see. And so you obviously weren't planning on this, so that's okay. And I did tell you we weren't doing this, but we need to talk today. All right, it's 1:37 by my count. So here's how it goes. I got on to GroupMe and saw that y'all were not really working on the presentation, it looked like. If you've done that on other areas or on the discussion, I'm looking at that now, but the only thing I saw or anyone that was taking it seriously was Catherine, I think, that had a PowerPoint posted. And we're gonna cover the reason why we need to be more aware of how we're working together. As I made a big deal lecturing about working in macro as a group project, that the whole point is to learn to work together. And perhaps I left off that we're learning to work together in this group assignment. We use group assignments in social work because you have to learn to work with your colleagues. How else can you fulfill the code of ethics to respect your colleagues, to be able to collaborate with them effectively? How are you going to do that, especially in a team meeting where you've got, you know, all these different professionals there, and you have just half-stepped, right? That ain't going to work. Now, what's going to happen here? Let me tell you how this is going to happen. You are, instead of revising your grading scale, I'm going to still grade you on the, let's see, what was it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 800. Yeah, 800 points. And what I'm going to do is combine that 100 points for quizzes that you didn't have, the exams that you're not going to have. Instead, you're going to have that as part of your class project. And we've got journals. We did manage to get all those up, and those were easy points. If you responded to them, you got the 100, you got the points, the total points possible. They were not graded on the way you wrote. They were not graded on anything except that you responded. So that quizzes for 100 points, exams for 200 points. The journal article I'd already told you is going to be involved with the group project. You only had 20 points out of that. And so the class participation points, you've had a couple of one attendance and a participation that shows up on your Moodle. And so we're going to count all of those as part of your class project. And I want to see that there has been some collaboration. If you don't want to use GroupMe and you don't want me to see it, then I'm not going to count it. So you need to be aware that this is a learning opportunity for you, that when you're appearing to half step as it did on GroupMe, it's not going to get it. like I said, if you have step in a team meeting or you're called on by your boss to lead a community meeting of some sort, that's what macro is about. And that's what you're probably going to experience in your lifetime in this career. And if you can't do that, if you don't understand that, especially if you go on for a master's, then you're half stepping. You're doing a disservice to people. You can't fulfill not only your commitment to your colleagues, but nor a commitment to society or a commitment to your clients. You do them a disservice. And that's something that is critical for you in understanding, being socialized in the profession, understanding those commitments and being able to practice in a way that allows you to fulfill those commitments. The last of the code of ethics really corresponds with the educational program assessments, EPAs for our accreditation. Circumstances are such that, you know, you could have gotten a lot more, but had you read the material, had you actively participated instead of, you know, half stepping, being playful on group me, then you'll be okay. And I'm regretting that Catherine's not on here. I'm assuming she's the only one that's got the PowerPoint, unless y'all have it on disk somewhere. But if any of you do have the PowerPoint, I'd like to see it now, so you can pull it up. You know, if you're accessible. I understand again that this is unexpected, but if you have it, I would like somebody to show it to me. I want you to send it to me. And I think you probably need to send it by email so I can do a share screen. I don't know how to do a share screen to let y'all do it. How about we do this? We're going to allow multiple participants to share screen. There we go. So you should be able to share it if you've got something, anything drafted.
That's it.
Yes.
We was working on our project. Everybody had to add 2 slides. So we was doing work. Even though we was talking in the group, we was doing work.
Okay.
Everybody added 2 slides.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have not added my 2 slides yet, but I've also been doing my research paper and stuff because that's due before the PowerPoint. So I've been trying to get that done also.
Okay.
On top of that. So no, I have not done my 2 slides.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my 2 slides. I just haven't yet.
All right. So tell me how you've broken up the assignments for one another. Who's your group leader?
We got it set up as everybody adds slides, but we have different people to do a presentation for a certain slide.
All right, but
And then
now
we have
all written down. We have
4
documentation.
categories.
okay. Well, can you pull it up? You're on your computers right now. Can you pull it up and show me a draft that's in works? Because I saw the part of it with the group me stuff. Now remember, you're going to get points for today. So if you want to get points, you got to show me you got to keep your video on. You should be able to keep your video on, and just if you're going into another thing, I'm not sure if that's making it where I can't see your faces or not. Okay. Well, as I wait, what I want to know, not that you have each contributed 2 slides, but is there coherence? Does it present the data, the research that you did on it? Does it show who contributed what articles? You have to do at least 1 article for your section, how did you split it up? Did you split it up as active duty, National Guard, part-time, no longer in service? Are you doing it by types? I don't know. How are you setting it up so that you have some coherence to address this issue?
We have 3 topics. We put a cap on, at first, initially it was 6 people in each group. At first it was 4 topics, but we narrowed it down to 3 topics. So now there's 8 people in each group. It's sexual assault in the military, care regulations in the military. And can somebody give me the third one?
Right, can you start over, please? I'm making notes.
Gender discrimination.
Thank you. So we have sexual assault in the military, and there's 8 people in each group, and it's all written down. If you need it in a Word document, I'll be happy to email that to you. So it's sexual assault in the military, gender discrimination in the military. There it is. They pulled it up. And hair regulations and hair grooming.
Oh, hair regs and grooms. Oh, that's great.
So I was never sure. I never knew that it was mandatory for you to be in the group me, but at that point when you joined, everybody had created a safe space for each other to be transparent with each other while working on this assignment. And so with that being said, that's why we kind of wanted that safe space amongst one another. But if you want us to create another one and put every documentation that we have and all discussions about the project, then I can do that. But we have been working very hard on this group project together.
Okay, well, after we're done today, then do that, please, and have it to me today. And you should be able to share that, not just you, Shania, but everyone needs to contribute to that. So it's done quickly. Okay. All right, I'm trying to do a real quick chat here. So for today, hold on. I'm just reminding everyone that may get on after the fact to be sure to keep your video on. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I think I did that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. So, to allow y'all to be able to get that material to me, then, we're not going to have a very long class today either, but I am going to use it as an opportunity to reinforce for y'all, again, the professionalism that you're supposed to be demonstrating right now. And, the way that the chat was going on your group me did not appear very professional at all. And so not just because of the dialogue that you were having, but because only one of you took it seriously, it seemed, and that was on the group me that I saw before I was cut out, which is fine. Yeah, you all did not appear to be taking it very seriously, and that really concerned me. And only one of you putting something up there that was, really relevant and serious appearing in regard to the assignment didn't look very encouraging to me. So, yeah, I expect that list to me in email. Shania, if you want to do that, but every one of y'all need to be contributing to that. And you need to do it today.
So like Dr. Savage, when you joined the group me, like we was just getting started. After that, like we have been working on it. So I don't know if you just see Catherine just uploaded a link like to start it off. We have been working. So
okay,
like don't diminish it like that.
Well, that group me was just not very professional, and it was, I just want to reinforce that. And seeing the group me just last week, where it looked like you had just started it. In fact, you're correct, Anisha. But, to just be starting on it was kind of concerning, very concerning, actually. So how are you going to do quality work if you, can't get it going a lot quicker than that? I don't know. So I'm glad to hear that you're telling me that you've worked. That's okay. That's good. So What day are we going to do the presentations? We're going to do them on the, let me see, the 10th. Yeah, between 1:30 and 2:30. Correct. Yeah. So I expect that. Any questions?
I'm Dr. Savage.
Yes.
We had like divided the work because like there's some people that felt more comfortable like making the PowerPoints and some that felt more comfortable presenting. So we had like divided it where a few people were just going to present. Would you like us to also like add slides too, or is just like how we had it okay?
Oh, no, you don't have to add more slides because you don't need it. Like what there's, how many of y'all are in this class? 20, I think. And there are 20 of y'all in here. Is it 21? Or is it less than that?
I'm not sure.
And I don't want to go back to Moodle right now. Yeah, you don't want to have like, if there's 20, and I'm really thinking there's 20 of y'all or 21. If you did, 2 slides each or 2 slides each, that would be 40 slides. You don't need to do 40 slides. So no, to answer your question directly, Gracie, you don't have to have those who are working on putting it together in the PowerPoint and are good at that. That's fine.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
really fun. I do want to see what your roles are and what you're going to provide for me today. And each one of you ought to be sending something to Shania since she's taking it on that she's going to send it. Unless someone else wants to send it or post it on that discussion forum for y'all on Moodle. That'd probably be the easiest way. Okay. All right. So who are the group leaders, subgroup leaders for each of those topics? Sexual assault, gender discrimination, and hair grooming and styles. Hair grooming and regs.
Would the group leaders be the people that are presenting on that topic?
More than likely. Typically, that's exactly right.
Carly, did you see my message?
Sorry?
I don't know. Let me see.
I will be surprising you with how I'm going to make this instant.
I don't think so.
Found it. Okay, that's pretty smart. Liquid nitrogen is something that can.
It's on GroupMe. I mean, not GroupMe. It's on Zoom.
Oh, I can't type it up right now. I'm on my phone, but I can pull it up again. 1 second.
Okay.
All
right. So, okay.
So I guess the group leaders would be the people that have present beside their names.
Okay. All right. Okay. Great. Okay. Can somebody send that to me or put it on that discussion forum on Moodle?
Is someone by their laptop that can type this up really quickly?
Well, this is Shania, this is what you were talking about sending, right?
I'll type it up right quick and email it to you, Dr. Savage.
All right.
Thank you. I'm just not by my laptop at this moment.
Right.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So we're going to send that to me today. So what comments do you have about this discussion? Any?
May I say something real quick?
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm asking for comments.
I'm just shocked that you think that we haven't done anything about the stuff we have talked about within the group me, because like for the first time in the 4 years, everybody in our class has actually had time to get to know each other and grow and talk to one another, and it made it feel like a family. And we have been discussing not just the PowerPoint, but other homework assignments that we have been doing as well. It's just that it just felt good to like have like a safe space to like talk freely, because we're just tired and we've just been working really hard. And I hate that you feel that way, that you don't feel like it's been professional, but I don't know. I'm shocked at what I'm hearing right now.
I'm shocked in the way you said that. I don't matter. I just had to throw something in there. Just messing with you.
Oh God, scared me.
Okay, y'all, here's the real deal. Yeah, I got to tell you honestly, I thought the group me was pretty damn funny, but nonetheless, it does still need to be addressed in that regard to make sure that you are still working on this. Here's the thing. It's not going to be 800 points. I'm going to reduce the points. That's how we're going to deal with this. I'm going to reduce the points. You will be graded on 500 points. These points will come from, we didn't have quizzes. We didn't have exams. We had the journals. The journal articles are combined with your project, and we've got class participation. What I'm going to do for that, because we were supposed to have 7 on the syllabus, and they would be worth different amounts of points. And what I'm going to do is count 10 points for attendance, where I am able to see that on the text of attendance for each of the recorded sessions, because not all of them got recorded at the beginning of the semester. So that should be easy for y'all. And then that will make your project worth, I'm going to go ahead and count the $200 points for the class project, and then the 100 points for the journal, because each of you should be contributing something to the knowledge base that you're going to use to address each of these 3 topics. Okay. And if you're going to only use, 2, if you're only going to have fewer slides than 2 for each one of you in the class, that's okay. But you need to cull through your references, because you won't need every one of those either. So we don't need 20 references at the end of your PowerPoint, but your references that do count towards your presentation and the topic that you are, that y'all elected, self-elected to be in, that you created, which is what I wanted you to do, then, you can, lost my train of thought. I was trying to be so bad that I just lost my train of thought. So journal article and community project, you don't need to put everyone, you don't need to have, 20 articles on your PowerPoint, because that'd probably take you 4 slides just to get all those up there. You should have the ones that are most relevant to your project. Got it? And I really do want to see what you've done so far. And I appreciate what you're saying, Andrea. The point of this was to kind of shake you up a little bit and realize that, whereas, I'm easygoing with the course, and I try to work to your advantage. If I have issues that have come up, which you are aware of, I think, then, I'm not gonna try to make it harder for you. But I am going to hold your feet to the fire when it comes to being professional. Go ahead. Hello.
I'm sorry, Dr. Savage. I just got in. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I just got in. My internet is literally. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear it's messed up. Mm-hmm.
Dr. Savage.
Yes.
Oh, my internet is. I just literally just got in. I'm sorry. I'll send a message.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just do a message. And you've been always visibly present, so almost every time. So I'm not worried about you. So, okay. So that's how it's going to work. Okay. I do want to see that, because then I can maybe give you some pointers on how you need to maybe go forward with your PowerPoint. Okay. And if I upset you or made you mad, Andrea, I'm sorry.
I'll be fine.
Okay. Seriously though, professionalism is real important. You wouldn't want a supervisor or anyone to, see that and think that you weren't working, right? I figured you were probably doing something, and just wanted to use this opportunity to make you aware, not only of professionalism, to reinforce that, but also to make you aware of how you use social media. Social media can be infiltrated by all kinds of means, and you need to know that That's possible also in a work environment. So you need to be extremely careful about that. Whereas when I read it, it was funny. I kind of felt like I needed to come at this with y'all and use this as an opportunity, like a parent might have a child do something that's kind of funny, but you can't laugh because it's also serious. So you have to kind of do some disciplining, right? And
What happened?
so you go ahead and do the disciplining anyway, even though it was kind of funny, right? That's how it felt to me. I just thought it was funny. That's really, honestly, I was not offended. I was just concerned, not only because of knowing whether or not you actually had been working, and you've shown me that today, then also because, you know, you need to be aware of social media, right? I hear some feedback on that.
Well, it's not, it's just a private message app. It's not public to everybody. It's just whoever's in the group.
Right. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I am currently reading on domestic violence via cyber stalking and hacking. I'm really quite surprised. It's something new I'm going to be including in family violence that I was frankly not aware of until just recently. And we're talking about cyber stalking to the point of and hacking to the point of gaslighting, a form of gaslighting, where the one spouse attempts to make the other crazy because everything in there, they have to keep replacing their computers or whatever. They think that somebody's, you know, they get paranoid because of it, because of the gaslighting, making somebody think that they're being infiltrated, hacked by someone meaning no good, never dreaming that it would be someone close to them, right? So it can happen in all sorts of ways, including, as I've read and recently learned, that it can be through, if you have Apple TVs, they are constantly listening. If you have Alexa, they are constantly listening and videoing if you have it on. So, you know, they can get into your bank accounts, they can get into your stocks, they can get into anything. So even when you think it's private, it is not. I guarantee you. Now, I'm not smart enough, nor do I have the time or the emotional energy to try to go and get somebody to hack y'all. I ain't interested in that. I want you to continue to use that medium. I want you to use that discussion forum and produce me a good presentation. I want you all to pass. I want you all to get a good grade. I'm not about trying to beat you up. I'm just using this for an opportunity to reinforce professionalism and also to make you aware of the dangers of social media. And for God's sake, stuff that is public and that you're communicating, you know, with large audiences like Twitter or Facebook, you really need to be careful with those platforms, for real. And I hopefully know y'all know that, right? Okay. All right. So y'all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what's happening?
No, I want to know.
Okay. Somebody fill
Wait,
in, Delisha.
Dr. Savage, I just emailed you that list. The ones in red are the presenters, I guess the group leaders.
Okay, great. Great. Thank you, Octavia.
You're welcome.
All right. So I did not share screen. I'm looking at it now. LaSherica, Shania with sexual assault, Catherine, gender discrimination, hair regulations and grooming, Leah, and those in red are the group leaders.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good job, Octavia. You type fast. Okay, all right. So I'm going to look now while y'all can, if you don't have any other comments or anything, I'm going to go on and fill in some stuff and correct your grade book and try to get the grading done up to, you know, that I was planning to get done. before you actually went into a final, and you know your date, so you should be good to go. And I'm sorry if I upset you. Y'all know that I do such things. So take deep breaths. You got other stuff you need to be worried about, as do I. So I can't help you if you're going to be real upset about it, but if you've had classes with me before, you know I'm prone to being a little messy every now and then. It's hard to say fun, but that sounds bad. For a little depressuring. Okay.
I thought it was funny after the fact.
Well, not everybody does, Leah, though. So
I know, but it was
anyway, that was my brother. Did I tell you all about my nephew, their son?
no, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, what's happening is my nephew is 25 years old. He was born extremely premature and was in hospital in NICU for a while. And the only child of my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, my dear sister-in-law. And at 25, he had a stroke on Saturday, the 17th. And it was a blood clot, went to his brain, and he ended up he had it removed, partly, the clot that was in his brain. They found the source, and it was from something that may have been from his infancy, a little hole that naturally closes for all of us that did not for him, and they think that might be it. But at 25, he's got, good potential we're praying for, although he remains in ICU on ventilator, and it's pretty scary. So I came here on Wednesday and had planned for us to have other meetings after we had our last meeting. And I wanted to be sure to check in with you about where you were in the project. And that's why we went ahead and had this meeting. And also, so I had additional points to be able to give you that are easy points just for showing up with your video on. Which, by the way, I have to thank y'all, because I think I'm going to make sure that that's what's going to count for attendance from now on, should I do any other online courses or Zoom classes. So that's a good thing. You taught me something, and that's a good thing, really. And I appreciate that. I'm not being facetious. I'm not being messy. I'm telling you honestly. Okay. So a good lesson for me. But anyway, so I've been down here since Wednesday, and all of my sister-in-law has a really large family, which is a blessing. They're very close. And, that's what's going on. So that's that. On top of everything else. So anyway.
You're praying for your family, Dr.
Well, I appreciate that. So I appreciate that very much. Okay. Are we done then?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to be posting what I just told you is going to be your new grading scale, and how we're going to go at completing what's on the syllabus by combining, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Dr. Savage, can I say something?
Yes.
I wanted to apologize if I hurt your feelings by removing you from the group. It wasn't to be a bad person. It's just because everybody was being transparent, and we can't be transparent with the professor in the group chat.
That's right. And I know that, Shania, and I appreciate you saying that. You did not hurt my feelings taking me off a group meet. I thought the comments were funny, listening to what, but as I said, so you didn't offend me by taking me off a group meet. It's not a problem. Okay. If you know you're going to present a good project, okay, That's what I'm concerned about. All right. Good. Thank you for telling me that. No problem.
I just don't.
I ain't gonna take any points off of you, Shania. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, we never talked about you, so you're our favorite professor.
Oh, stop. No, honestly, I thought I look, I played different scenarios. I thought I'll come on and say, okay, if you're not on this meeting today, where I capitalized today, given that we had already said we weren't going to have any more until we did our presentations, then I was going to say, okay, if you're not here by 1:40, you were going to be lowered an entire grade on your final grade. But I thought that was a little much. I'm sorry, Delisha, I can't hear you. It's cutting in and out. You might need to put it in chat. Sorry. All right. But seriously, thanks for telling me that. But no worries.
Oh, Dr. Savage, with my camera being broke, like, does that count against me or like?
No, it won't.
Okay.
I won't count it against you. I got
And
your
I'm praying
picture
for
anyway.
your family.
Well, thank you. I've got your picture, so I'll take that. Given you've given me an explanation.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Y'all be safe out here.
All right, y'all too. Miss Anderson, are you okay? Are you still mad?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not mad. I wasn't mad. I was just saying. Because when you said we weren't doing no work, that kind of offended me. And I was like, we was doing work. At least you get out of my video. I'm talking to Dr. Savage.
Okay.
But you're broadcasting in my house, baby. We leaving.
I'm talking to Jalisha.
That's my brother and sister-in-law, his wife, my sister, really. So, yeah. And I know that was tough. I know it was, but again, it was a way to use the opportunity for what I needed to do. And I think the analogy of when you have children that you should be able to relate to, Ms. Henderson, sometimes they do stuff and you think it's funny as hell, and but you can't laugh at them. You got to deal with it, right? So this was an opportunity I saw in that way to try to reinforce professionalism and also to do the warning about technology. I'm serious. I have 5 articles, research articles, about the increase in recognition among police and courts of the incidents of cyber stalking and hacking for purposes of abuse of spouses. So it's a serious thing, it really is. Yep.
I was just making sure your feelings weren't hurt because you look like you were sad. And I felt bad.
Oh, bless your heart. I had to act serious. I had to be serious. How could I teach you that?
Can y'all hear me or see me?
Didn't look a little.
Yes, we can.
Upset.
That's why I was telling you we was talking privately to get off the screen.
Yes.
My internet is not working, ma'am. All
you gotta do is leave it and it'll go out.
Oh, okay.
Well, I kind of want to talk to her too. So put me in the waiting room or something, Dr. Savage.
Oh, okay.
I'll call you later,
All
Dr.
right.
Savage, for the other part that I wanted to say. But I just wanted to make sure your feelings wasn't hurt and you was okay. Because you looked upset and that bothered me.
No, my feelings were not hurt. I just had concerns and I wanted to reinforce professionalism, take that opportunity, an unexpected opportunity, right? To just reinforce professionalism. And again, to tell y'all about this cyber stalking that I've just been learning about, right? I mean, it's something I've been stunned at some interaction I've had with some professional people in the criminal justice system that are, just seemingly totally unaware. And it is a thing, but it's a thing that's so new that, it's just not caught up, because that's usually what happens. Like, say, for example, domestic violence and the battered woman syndrome. There are women sitting in jail right now that they have not been able to get out, and they were defending themselves, right? So it took decades before that battered women defense actually began to be heard in courts. And today it still can be easily overcome by a very smart and well-paid defense attorney, So that hacking shit's no joke. Excuse me, but it's not.
Get his cup. Get his cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty. Okay.
Hi,
Orlando.
Dr. Savage. I was just checking in with you. Are you okay today?
Yeah. So I'm doing okay. Yeah. A little anxious, very anxious, honestly, with my brother and sister-in-law and his little wife. So it's kind of tough.
Okay. Well, just hang in there, Dr. Savage.
All right. Well, make sure you've signed in and out if you got the message late and are letting me.
Yes, ma'am. I'll type it right now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all right. Have a good day.
All right. You too.
All right. Bye.
All right.